Are UFOs really out there? According to a new intelligence report, it's not clear. The report doesn't find evidence that more than 120 incidents examined over the past 20 years are alien spacecraft, but it doesn't rule it out either. And it's raising new concerns about China and Russia's military capabilities. Joining me now, NBC's Courtney Kube, who covers national security and the Pentagon. Courtney, there are people who are very concerned about the security implications from this. What are we learning from the report?
That's right. So, I mean, the two biggest security concerns here are the potential that this is some other nation, and the two that national security officials are really concerned about are China or Russia, that have some new technology or capability that the U.S. wasn't aware of, and that's what's being demonstrated here. The other one is the real possibility that these could be some sort of other world aliens or UFOs that could also, present some sort of a security risk here. And the reason for that is, if you look at the videos, they are these crafts or whatever these images are showing, they are getting relatively close to U.S. military aircraft or ships. And so that presents a potential vulnerability. But what's important to point out here is this report does not rule in or out either of those options. It also does not definitively rule out that it's not some U.S. government technology. It most likely is not, but it doesn't definitively say that it's not. So really, we're left out of with this report with more questions than we have answers, Chris.
Well, I'll tell you, just very casually hearing from people and scrolling through social media, there is a contingent of, well, why should we believe it? Would they really tell us if they were out there anyway? For example, could these unidentified objects be some secret U.S. technology?
Yeah, that's definitely one of the theories that's out there as well. And we should point out that for the conspiracy theorists out there who think the government's not going to be honest about this anyway, there's a classified annex to this report as well that we're not going to have any insight into, most likely. So that only adds fuel to the fire that the government knows more about this than they are saying. The reality is, though, this could demonstrate some sort of new or more advanced technology like hypersonics that we know but the U.S. and other nations, including some potential adversaries like China and Russia, are working on. So it is not outside the realm possible that this is some technology that the government maybe knows about, maybe they don't know about, but they don't want the American public necessarily to know about.
Courtney Kube, the questions remain. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.